Hello, this is Mrs. Colburn, and I just wanted to share a few helpful hints for job number 6, the financial services stock. Something to note on number 7, up at the top here, I've merged and centered these cells, and I've put a colored background on here. There's a few ways to do it. I have a paint can right here. You may need to find that in your menus. One of the easiest things to do in this assignment is go to Format, Cells. And here's where you can format the numbers to accounting. You can change the alignment. If anything needs wrap text, it's down here. You can fill in a background color, patterns. We'll also talk about borders today. So all of those things can be found in Format Cells. In number 14, they tell you in I4, which is over here, I4, to key in a formula that will minus the initial costs from the current value to calculate gain or loss. Then it says to format the cell as currency with a negative number. So I would go up to Format Cells. I would choose, under Number, I would choose Currency. And we want to show a negative number in red. So you can either choose this one right here in red or the one with the parentheses. It doesn't matter to me which one you choose, but we want you to show it in red. So choose one of those two options. And then you would fill that formula down, of course, and that's how I get my numbers here in column I. And then in this cell, you're going to want to highlight the text loss, and that's just like text that you would change the color. You'd just choose red, and then that's how I change the color inside of text. Number 16 says that in D14 you're going to do an average, and that is just like the sum formula that we've been using. Notice up here in my function bar right here I have the formula. It should read equal sign, the word average typed out, parenthesis D4 colon D11, and that will average these shares right here. To calculate the max, the formula again in the function bar is equal MAX, and then you'd highlight that group of cells again. Lowest would be the min formula up here in the function bar. I have equal MIN, and then again those cells that were selected. So that's 16, 17, and 18, and then you would fill those formulas across and it will find the average, min, and max for all of these over here. Another thing that I want to highlight is D17. This cell here, we want to make sure your formula is equal I13 divided by F13. We want to format that cell. So again, I go up to Format Cells, and I choose, I want to do it as a percent. So I have percentage selected, and I want 0 number of decimal places. And so when I choose OK, then I can bold it. I want to make sure it's bold-faced, and I have that up here in my menu. But I have a -6% bolded. This is the format that we want that. Number 21 says add a thick bottom border to rows 3 and 11. So I highlighted row 3 here. And again, if I go up to Format Cells and I go to Border, I'm going to choose a thicker line here, and I've chosen that here, it shows it. And then I want to click over here. I need to have this selected and then click OK, and that puts a border in. I can do all cells at once, or I can do individual cells. So again, I would click, choose a thick border, click OK.